In this video, I want to talk about how you can get your website to have a secure connection. So, the first thing I want to talk about is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS. And when you're browsing the internet, you might have seen this every once in a while, where either a site will say HTTPS and it'll be in green on Google Chrome, or if it's not secure, it'll say not secure up in the corner of the site, and it won't have that lock that's up in the corner as well. And the reason why sites don't have that is because they don't have HTTPS connection. Instead, they have HTTP, which isn't secure. So what does that stand for? HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. And essentially what that is how data is communicated over the World Wide Web between the web server and the user. So the client on the web server. If it's just regular HTTP, all of that is in plain text. So, and the problem with that is there's this thing called a man-in-the-middle attack, where someone will spy on your web server, and when that data transfers, they'll be able to pick up and read all that data. So if your client on your website fills out a web form, maybe their credit card information or something like that, and if they're using credit card information or anything like that on your website, it has to be HTTPS, because that is really dangerous if it isn't. It'll be in plain text right on the hacker's screen, the credit card information, maybe their email address, their names, their phone numbers. So that is why HTTPS connections are very important, is it encrypts your data, so that way, instead of it being in plain text, it'll just be a bunch of random letters and numbers that can only be read by the server. Another reason, even if you don't have a web server, or even if you don't have any contact forms or any personal information on the website, if you have an HTTPS connection, your website is going to rank higher on Google. So it's actually come out that they check to see if you have a secure connection on your website, and depending on that, your site will either rank higher or lower on Google. Also, people will get not secure warnings, so if they click on your website, sometimes this big gray box will show up before they even enter your website, saying this website is not secure. 9 times out of 10, when that comes up, people are going to be clicking away because they're going to think, oh, there's some type of virus on this site, this isn't a trusted site. So you definitely don't want that popping up on your business website, or any website, even a blog or something like that, because you want to secure your users' information, and you also want them to trust you. And if that pops up every time they try to go on your website, they're not going to trust you. So next, how do you get this? How do you get an HTTPS connection? Well, the best way to do it is to get a SSL certificate. And SSL stands for Secured Socket Layer. Sometimes you have to buy it. It's usually not too expensive, maybe about $10. But some hosting providers offer it for free. And also, if you're using WordPress for your content management system, you can get SSL for free through a plugin. I forget what the name of the plugin is. I'll leave it in the description below. But it'll be free. Now you have to re-enroll in it, I think every 90 days, unless you upgrade to the professional version. But they offer a free version that you can update every 90 days. And after you do that, you're going to want to check for errors on your site. They're called mixed content errors, where maybe, let's say you have a picture on your site that isn't HTTPS, it's HTTP, but your website is HTTPS now because you got that SSL certificate. You're going to have to change that, you're going to want to have a professional to go in there and change that and make sure all of the content on your site is displaying properly. And then after all that's done, you'll want to contact Google and let them know that you have achieved a HTTPS connection, so that way they can re-index your site, and eventually, after they check it out and make sure everything's good, your site will begin to rank higher. So that's the end of the video. Always feel free to like and subscribe if you want to see more content and learn more about web design. And as always, thanks for watching.